joining us this evening to celebrate the 74th National Day of Pakistan. We will begin the ceremony with national anthems of United States of America and Pakistan. I will now request Ambassador of Pakistan, His Excellency Jaleel Abbas Jailani, to give his remarks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and pleasure for me and my colleagues at the Pakistan Embassy to welcome you all. Today we are celebrating the National Day of Pakistan. I am happy to see the representatives from the diplomatic corps, think tanks, officials of the US government, and many Pakistani Americans amongst us. I am particularly delighted to recognize the presence of honorable members of the Congress who have raised this important occasions for Pakistan. I also wish to recognize the presence of Ambassador James Dobbins, the US Special Representative on Afghanistan and Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Day of Pakistan is an important occasion for all Pakistanis. It commemorates the historic Lahore Resolution of March 1940 that set the stage for Pakistan movement. This day also marks the adoption of Pakistan's first constitution in 1956 that made our great country the first Islamic country in the Committee of Nations. Today we stand as a proud member of the democratic community of nations. It is only fair that we pay tribute to the services of our leaders who rendered enormous sacrifices for the creation of Pakistan. This modern day Pakistan has come a long way from a fledgling country to a strong, peace-loving and moderate democratic nation. It is the dedication and hard work of the people of Pakistan who are making today's Pakistan. I would particularly like to acknowledge the role of expatriate Pakistani community who have made valuable contributions to making our country strong and vibrant. I thank all Pakistani Americans for their services to Pakistan. They make the strongest bridge between Pakistan and the United States. They are the glue that binds our two countries. They are all true and proud ambassadors of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to avail this opportunity to brief you on the state of our bilateral relations. The US-Pakistan relationship is as old as Pakistan itself. Despite some ups and downs, this important and strategically significant relationship has remained strong and resilient. Happily today, our two countries are back in the full engagement mode. The strategic dialogue process stands revived with its various working groups having met or about to meet. Most significantly, last October, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif paid an official visit to Washington at the invitation of the President of the United States of America, President Obama. In addition to his very productive meeting at the White House, Prime Minister also met almost all the key decision makers in the United States. In the broader context, Pakistan and the US are also working closely to promote peace and stability in the wider region. Our forces are fighting together to eliminate the menace of extremism and terrorism. The government has made steady and consistent in reaching out to our neighbors, both to our east and west, for promotion of peace and stability, as well as greater economic cooperation. This, we believe, would help in harnessing the full development potential of our resource-rich region. I am confident that our relationship with the United States of America will continue to grow in the years to come. During my stay here as Ambassador of Pakistan, I will do my best, along with my team in the embassy, to further expand this vital relationship. Thank you so much. Now I invite my very dear friend and colleague, Ambassador James Dobbin, for his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Gilani. It's a great honor to be here today and to help celebrate the 74th anniversary of Pakistan. It was 74 years ago today that the founders of Pakistan passed the Lahore Resolution, paving the way for that country's independence. The resolution enshrined the principles of self-governance and religious freedom. You've already received today greetings from President Obama, from Secretary of State Kerry, and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity of adding my own greetings to those. In fact, those greetings were quite personal. Your Prime Minister had the opportunity to meet both with President Obama and with Secretary Kerry today at The Hague, where all three of them are there for the Nuclear Security Summit. As you've mentioned, our relations have intensified significantly over the past several months since the inauguration of the new government in Pakistan. Secretary Kerry visited Islamabad only a few weeks after Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, a close friend of his of many years, was inaugurated as Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, in turn, visited Washington in November where, as you noted, he met not only with President Obama, but with most of the national security cabinet. We've since renewed the strategic dialogue between our two countries, and Secretary Kerry hosted National Security Advisor Aziz and a large Pakistani delegation for the first ministerial level discussions among that group. And we're happy to be hosting your finance minister here just in a couple of weeks for the economic working group of that strategic dialogue. Pakistan and the United States continue to have an intense and expansive relationship across the spectrum of issues and areas of mutual interest. In trade, the United States remains Pakistan's largest trading partner, two-way trade totaling more than $5 billion last year. The United States also remains the largest donor to Pakistan's development, having funded the construction and rehabilitation of over 900 kilometers of roads in Pakistan over the last several years, and having added 1,000 megawatts to Pakistan's electric grid over that same period, providing power to over 11 million people. Pakistan, the Fulbright exchange program between the United States and Pakistan is the largest in the world. And Pakistan, of course, is a critical partner in supporting Afghanistan's stability, particularly in this critical year of transition, both the military transition as the United States and NATO forces draw down to much smaller numbers, and perhaps even more importantly, the political transition as Afghanistan goes through a historic change similar to that Pakistan went through last year. Last year, Pakistan had the first peaceful transfer of power from one freely elected leader to another, and Afghanistan will go through the same process beginning a little more than 2 weeks ago as it enters its presidential elections. We particularly appreciate the support that Pakistan has given and continues to give to the prospect of reconciliation and peace in Afghanistan, something that I know we will want to work on jointly together through and beyond the current Afghan elections with both the existing Afghan government and its successor. We look forward to the next round of our strategic dialogue talks, as I mentioned, in April, when the finance minister visits Washington. In the year prior to Pakistan's independence, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan, stated that democracy is in the blood of all Muslims who believe in fraternity, equality, and liberty. These are the same aspirations that inspired the American Revolution. These are the same aspirations that both our countries continue to work toward today. This is the vision of Pakistan that we celebrate today and toward which we will continue to work in the coming years. Thank you.